Hi, welcome to my channel. Sylvia here. I thought I'd come on and force myself, to work in my journal. This is my November journal, and I really haven't done very much with it at all. I've been really into making Christmas cards, and Christmas card led on to thank you card, led on to birthday card, and so it went on and on. Anyway, that's all I've been wanting to do. So my journal kind of took a back seat. I've done a little bit in it, like you see here, and I even gave up on Mac journals no sue November because I just couldn't. I don't know, my brain and my heart just wasn't in it, so I stopped after after day 5. However, one of the prompts that I did, the first one, is this one. A floating butterfly. Now, that's what led me to making all these cards in the end. And I thought, well, I'll share with you, sit down and share it with you because it will force me to work in my journal. And with any luck at all, I might even get a page done. Or in this case, 2 pages. So, because these, are they pop up? Floating? I don't really know what they are. I think they're floating, I think you'd call them. Are really originally for cards, I believe. But who says you can't put them in a journal if you want to? So the only thing is you need a center page. So let's do the center page right in the first signature, I think. So I've got here my butterfly. Yes, there's no antenna on it because I'm planning on having those. So I cut it, fussy cut it, and then stuck it on a bit of cardboard to make it a bit more poppy, and folded it in half-ish, and that will go there. What you will also need is some strips of stiff paper, strong paper, thin cardboard, something like that. It needs to be fairly sturdy but not really sturdy. So, and then you make folds in it. I will measure this for you once I finish this particular one. So normally I fold it in half, then I fold the half in half again, then I fold the second half again, as you can see. So that gives me these, and then I fold the crease into the center one. So I've got like a little accordion, if you can see that. So that will give you this. Oh goodness, come on, goodness me. So it will give you this, you see, like so. And we will glue that together. I'll do it again in a minute, so not to worry. Let's move that out of the way. So we'll put a dollop of glue. I never put a blob of glue on it. I don't cut the strip off, just in case. I know myself too well, so I don't cut the strip off until later. So this is what it will look like. Yes, I have made one earlier in good old Blue Peter fashion. Here's one I made earlier. So because you need to leave it to dry, and I mean you do need to leave it to dry. It's no good making half-hearted measures because it won't support the butterfly properly. So that's one. You just cut. This is when I cut the piece off. And I've done that. So again, I fold it in half, like so. Then I fold the half again, I butt it up to the first crease. Then I do exactly the same. Right, so you can use a bone knife if you have one. It's a lot better if you do use a bone knife. And then I take this crease and butt it up to my very first initial half crease. So this is what I've got. Let's just do that again. Right, so this is what I have. Mine are, oops, just over 1.5 centimeters. I'll do 1.5 centimeters. Just over half an inch, nearly an inch. No, not nearly an inch, sorry. Just over half an inch. So what you really want to have is something that will hide under your floating item. So let us glue that up again. Okay, let's give that a glue. Right, there we are. And that can now dry. And I'll cut that piece off. So you have, basically you make yourself a little square. Now, as I said, I've got some here already. Now you need to glue these squares onto each other. Oh. Now, first of all, make sure, see how they go? Now, they don't go like right in the center, they butt up to the center. There is a tiny little gap in between, and here you can see it really well because you've got the yellow thread in between. So not quite closed up, but just up to it. Anyway, so first of all, actually I will glue them in first and then I will glue them together. Right, so I'll use that as my, right, so there, that's one in, and that's the other. Again, remember to, you're putting it up to, not really close. You leave it like a minuscule gap. I'll hold it up for you. You have a minuscule gap, so when you open it up, it doesn't tear. See? Right, okay, so then you glue the pieces to each other. Right, so you need to leave them to dry, which obviously depending on your, I've got a fast tack glue here I'm using, so it won't take so very long to do. Just clip these together and just leave them sat there. And I just realized what I should have done them a little bit higher, but never mind, it's fine. So, and that will sit on top of there. So this is now dry. You can always take your card or your journal and fold it. So now you can see what I mean. We'll take our flutterby butterfly and glue him on to our little card. Make sure he gets glued on. Okay, so right, okay. Again, we leave it, got to be sure that he's dry. Hopefully, I've got him in the center, I'm hoping. Not quite. Oh, here we are. This is it. This is in the center now. So, although he doesn't look very centered, does he really? That's because he's only centered from the bottom part. Yeah, that's it. And so we can close him up and leave it to dry. Yep, that's working. So when we get to it, open it up. Oh, there's glue leaked a bit, so you need to be a bit careful, a bit conscious of that. My glue came out a bit. And I am also going to put a little dab on there to sort of give an idea. But you get, see what I mean? I'm going to put a bit of glue on each end so it doesn't flop about. So just trying to make sure that, because this one here is a bit leaking, so I need to wait till it's dry. But yeah, so here you are, you open up and you got your butterfly, your floating butterfly. I hope you might have a go at that and try making your own floating butterfly or floating any kind of thing that you can think of. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.